So the final episode of this series is my homage to every single person that's ever worked in APAC and to every single person that works for people in APAC. It's my guide to being a nice, respectful person to your teams working out here in the region. If you're watching this in the region, then I really hope you can relate. And if you're watching this in Europe or America, honestly, if you learn anything from this series, really, really learn this. The things here are blatantly obvious, but sadly, they're far too often missed. So the first lesson is there's no such thing as English. There's only international English. Now this may be a very subtle distinction, but I urge you to watch the episode in Fawlty Towers where Basil Fawlty gives an English lesson to Manuel to understand. Taking my home country, for example, where words like blighty or fella may seem very normal, or speaking about the cricket match in the Ashes over the weekend very interesting, you might as well speak in Martian if you're speaking to someone in Shanghai or Beijing or Guangzhou or Jakarta. So the only true English is international English. Clear, simple, common words. And I do not mean like talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because that's equally as confusing. Rule 2 are conference calls. They can be the best and the worst form of communication. By far the biggest source of frustration from anyone that I've ever known to work out here is the lack of understanding about time zones and conference calls. Again, it may seem really obvious, but having a conference call at 9, 10 p.m. on a Friday night is not normally welcome over this side of the world. Now, where it may be nice for you in America to have gone to the gym, to got your Starbucks coffees and to clean your emails in the morning, just thinking that family the other side of the world. Unfortunately, this happens far too often. And while conference calls can be a necessary evil, let's not forget you can't beat meeting in person. Travel budgets allowing, of course. One of the joys of working with people in this region and working in the region as a whole is actually coming out and visiting. You're getting far more by doing so. Which brings me on to my last rule, if you like, is to be a chameleon. I was always impressed when record producer Quincy Jones could speak 23 basic languages. Now I have to confess I'm miles behind that, but a few words can go a long way. So understanding local cultures and local motivations is probably more important than anything else we've talked about in this series. Yes, Chinese New Year is as, if not more important, than Thanksgiving or Christmas back home. Yet you'd be amazed how many people are asked to work over those periods for international companies. It's just simply not fair. And like those famous HSBC ads, the world's local bank, understanding when to eat, when to bow, when to hand the business card in the right way is crucial. I guess the final 3 messages of this series of doing business in Asia are the more you personally put in, the more you will get out, both business and personal rewards. Always remember that we are the foreigners and the aliens in these countries, not the teams we're working with. And enjoy. It's a wonderful experience. And it's going to be hard work, but it's also going to be a very rewarding and a lot of fun. So I hope we haven't put you off over this entire series.